Hey there, and welcome to the Daily Manchester United News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Alan Shearer warns that Marcus Rashford may not even be included in Euro 2024 England squad. Alan Shearer has predicted that Manchester United's Marcus Rashford is in danger of not even making the England squad for this summer's Euro 2024 tournament. The forward has had a tough campaign where his professionalism and his output have both been heavily criticized by fans and pundits alike. The forward has turned his form around a little recently as he has scored in his last three consecutive games for the Red Devils, including the vital equaliser in extra time versus Liverpool that the Old Trafford side used as a platform to claim a stunning last gasp victory. The winger, however, has been far from his best this year, and in advance of this month's international friendlies, he was warned by England manager Gareth Southgate that his position in the squad is not 100% safe. The player was only called upon to play 15 minutes in total against both Brazil and Belgium, fueling speculation that the player is not a major part of the coach's plans for the summer tournament. Adding to this, pundit Alan Shearer wrote in The Athletic that if Rashford plays well between now and the end of the season, then that could potentially force the manager's hand, but he don't think he is certainly to go. He continued to say, he is not a center forward, he doesn't want to play there, he'd be going as a wide forward who can play as a striker in an emergency. You can tell from his body language that he doesn't want to play there for Manchester United. If he is going to be in the squad, it wouldn't be ahead of Harry Kane, Watkins or Tony, it'd be as a wide forward. Nobody would deny that Rashford is capable of producing moments of magic, such as his sensational strike versus Manchester City earlier this month. A fresh Rashford coming off the bench to run at tired defenders is a mouth-watering aspect for any football fan. Moreover, with Southgate's punch to stick to favourites, it seems unlikely the player would be dropped. Manchester United star expected to leave as a journalist names potential transfer destination. Manchester United forward Anthony Martial is likely to leave this summer, with French football expert Jonathan Johnson explaining how he could see the former Lyon and Monaco man returning to Ligue 1. Speaking exclusively to CaughtOffside for his latest daily briefing column, Johnson made it clear that Martial is definitely leaving the Red Devils. He said the following: it's been expected for a long time that Anthony Martial will leave Manchester United on a free transfer this summer. His career appears to be at a bit of crossroads at the moment, but obviously the expectation is that having come through the ranks at Lyon, he could come back and potentially rebuild his career with one of the European clubs in Ligue 1. It would be interesting to see if Lyon test the water, given the amount of players formed at the club that they have previously managed to bring back and who've then enjoyed a second lease of life with the club, such as Alexander Lacazette. At the same time, though, Martial did burst onto the scene with Monaco, who acquired him for quite cheap from Lyon because of their financial situation at the time. I expect Martial will have no shortage of suitors, but his personal demands, based on what he's been earning at Manchester United, might put him out of reach for some clubs who might inquire. But at the same time, I do think a club in Ligue 1 involved in European competition could be a good rebound spot for him to start afresh and potentially get back to somewhere close to the level he's been at in the past. He's always been a fine talent, he just needs to find some consistency, and then who knows, perhaps it could even mean getting himself back into contention for a place in the French national side, which at this moment in time is extremely far away. Man United target Jean Clair to be valued at £40 million this summer. Manchester United will need to fork out £40 million to land the Nice centre-back Jean Clair Todibo this summer, Fabrizio Romano reports. The 24-year-old has been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford this summer, with United keen to revamp their backline at the end of the season. Rafael Varane is poised to exit the club when his contract runs out, and the same can be said for Johnny Evans, who is approaching the climax of his one-year deal with United. Todibo has been identified as the ideal candidate to replace Varane, and United are considered front-runners in the race to land the French sensation. The Red Devils are not the only club eager to lure Todibo to the Premier League, with Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur also credited with an interest. However, United now know what it takes to land the highly sought-after centre-back who has established himself as one of the best in the French top flight. United are struggling to stay on the right side of the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules, but they are expected to be active on the transfer market this summer. Forking out £40 million for Todibo could easily be the bargain of the summer, but United will have to recoup funds from player sales before launching a move. However, they cannot afford to miss out on the France international defender or let him join a Premier League rival. Todibo has been a sensational form for Nice this season. He has managed 11 clean sheets in 22 League One outings. He has won 58% of his duels and averages a staggering 7.6 recoveries per 90, as well as 1.3 interceptions and 2 tackles per match. Todibo has all the necessary tools to become a world beater and establish himself as one of the best defenders in the world, so United must land his signature this summer. Sir Jim Ratcliffe is already planning a summer clear-out that will free up funds for United to spend, and Todibo has to be the first name on the wish list. Manchester United keen on Bologna centre-back Jean Lomi. Manchester United have inquired about Bologna centre-back Jean Lomi ahead of the summer transfer window, according to Italian outlet Mercato Web. Atletico Madrid are also keen on the Colombian, who impressed during the international break as the South Americans recorded victories over Spain and Romania. Man United want to sign another centre-back this summer, as Rafael Varane and Johnny Evans could leave when their contracts expire. West Ham United reportedly want to try their luck for Harry Maguire once again, which will leave United needing defensive reinforcements. Lomi has previously impressed the Red Devils, and they are now ready to make a serious move. The left-footed defender could cost around €20 million this summer, but Bologna will likely wait until after the Coppa America tournament before considering a transfer. The 25-year-old is comfortable on the ball and can also play as a left back, which could be why Man United are keen on recruiting his services. Lomi impressed former Arsenal defender Martin Keown during a Champions League match against Liverpool in October 2019 while he was at Genk. He urged his former club to sign him at the time. The Colombian has progressed since then to establish himself as one of the best centre-backs in Serie A. He would bring much needed physicality to the table and should hit the ground running in the Premier League given his style of play. Man United in pole position to sign Glon Brerr due to his soft release clause. Manchester United are favourites ahead of Newcastle United in the race to sign Juventus centre-back Glon Brerr, according to Corriere dello Sport. The Red Devils are planning to sign a marquee centre-back during the summer transfer window, and Italian sources highlighted that Brerr is the priority target. Brerr signed a fresh long-term contract with the Bianconeri in December last year, but as part of the deal, a soft release clause of €61 million was agreed. Corriere dello Sport now claim that Brerr looks set to move to the Premier League. United are in pole position To sign him ahead of the Magpies, the Bianconeri will receive 55 million euros from his potential transfer. His former club Torino will be out 10% of the fee if United or any club were to sign him. The Brazilian has been one of the standout defenders in the Italian top flight, and it appears United are making strides towards landing his signature this summer. The Red Devils would not need to negotiate with the Bianconeri due to the release clause, and a deal could be fairly straightforward if personal terms are agreed. Bremer currently earns €178,000 a week with the Turin Giants. We won't be surprised if the defender asks for at least €250,000 weekly to make the switch to Old Trafford. We are not fully convinced over a transfer due to the defender's age, but manager Erik ten Hag could be eyeing an experienced ace to replace Rafael Varane. Varane, who is the second highest earner at the club, has not received an extension beyond June. He could potentially leave on a free transfer in the summer. Bremer would be a good signing. He has a passing accuracy of 87% in Serie A this term. He has won 5.4 duels per game alongside 5.4 recoveries and 3.9 clearances. He has also registered 1.8 tackles per outing, keeping 12 clean sheets. He's said to be eyeing a Premier League move, and it appears United are on course to land his services. Man United making advances to sign Aon Anselmino. Manchester United are keeping a close eye on Boca Juniors defender Aon Anselmino ahead of a potential approach, according to Ole. The Red Devils have been monitoring the 18-year-old over the past few months and recently watched him in action in the Copa Argentina. Anselmino said after the game that he is focused on winning trophies with Boca, but this has not stopped speculation of him leaving the club. Argentina outlet Ole claimed that there have been advances from United in the last few hours to try and secure the signature of Anselmino. It's added that the Red Devils could make a concrete offer soon. The teenager currently has a release clause worth €20 million in his contract, and it's left to be seen whether United will pay the figure. The youngster has made only 7 senior appearances for Boca, but he has already caught the eye of European clubs, including AC Milan. United need to be proactive in the pursuit, and in our opinion, he would be a good long-term prospect. Anselmino recently impressed in the Copa Argentina tie against Central Norte, where he had a passing accuracy of almost 88%. He won 100% of his ground duels alongside 3 clearances, 2 tackles, and 2 interceptions. The youngster has plenty of potential, and United appear keen on signing him before sending him out on loan to another European club. Anselmino, on the other hand, seems reluctant to leave for Europe at the moment. This is a potential stumbling block for a transfer. United could persuade Anselmino by sending him back to Boca on loan for the 24-25 season. AC Milan in pole position to sign Man United target Joshua Zeri. AC Milan have leapfrogged Manchester United in the race to land Bologna sensation Joshua Zeri, according to Football.news. The Serie A heavyweights are now frontrunners to sign the 22-year-old striker, whose performances for Thiago Motta's overachievers have caught the attention of several European giants. Zergzi has been in inspired form for La Rossa this season, bagging 11 goals and 6 assists in 30 appearances across all competitions. His fine form has sparked rumors of a potential move to the Premier League, with United and Arsenal touted as possible destinations. However, Milan have asserted themselves in the race to secure his signature, and Zirkzee desire to remain in Serie A hands the 7-time European champions an advantage. Bologna will demand around £40 million for Zirkzee this summer. While that could be affordable for United, they have to convince the striker to leave his comfort zone for the highly demanding Premier League. Rasmus Højlund has established himself as Erik ten Hag's designated starting striker. He had to endure a mixed start to the season, but has been firing on all cylinders since the new year, returning 13 goals across all competitions. With Højlund finally finding his feet in the Premier League, he has proven he could be the man to lead the line for United for the foreseeable future, and Zirkzee arrival could stifle his development. United are better off signing a more experienced striker that wouldn't hamper Højlund's growth but is capable of delivering the goods. Stuttgart's striker Serhou Guirassy fits that description. The 28-year-old has proven himself to be one of the most prolific strikers in Europe, netting 24 times in 22 games this season. He has an enticing release clause that makes him available for just £17 million this summer, making him a more cost-effective option than Zirkzee. As we wrap up today's Manchester United news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, take care.